Hello everybody. I'm going to do a review on this gun. It's a Ruger Blackhawk Elite .177 caliber. It's a great gun. I've had it for about almost a year now. Uh, Absolutely no complaints, zero problems with it. It's a great accurate rifle for the price. I only paid about $100 at Walmart. 100 plus, like maybe about 110, 120 after tax. Um, it came with a 4x32 scope, which obviously that's not the one on it, but the one it did come with. It's not bad, not a bad scope at all. It's actually pretty decent. Um, I actually have it on my Beeman RS2 dual caliber rifle. Right now I have the 22 barrel on it, so it's working out great on that. But I wanted a little bit better scope on this one, so I went out and bought the one from Walmart. It's a center point. It's a 4x16 scope with the parallax adjustment and everything. It's a great scope for the money. It's $80, and I mean, I gotta say, it's not gonna be on the quality of the Nikons and the nicer ones, obviously, but for what you get for the money, good enough for me. I actually have one of these on my AR-15 that I built, and I can't say nothing but good things about it. It's accurate, no problems with it whatsoever. It's rated for break barrels as well, so I mean it's great for this gun since it's a Springer. So about the gun, it's synthetic stock. It's all plastic body. See if I can zoom in on the chamber here, and it's got this make do muzzle brake, which I'm not too sure if it really does much about helping with the sound. It's not too loud. Obviously at first when you first fire it, it's gonna sound probably like close to a 22, but it's not gonna be overbearingly loud, obviously. But it does quiet down the more shots you go through it. It's a Ruger decal right there. One thing I will say, the trigger is actually really nice. It's got a nice, not too heavy, it's I think it's a dual stage, but I could be wrong on that. Probably have to check the specs. But one thing I will point out, that when I first got it, and a lot of reviewers have said this, that the bolts or the nuts and then these little deals here, the screws, they do come loose sometimes. So it's a good idea before you start shooting it to just take some time and just pull them out, put some blue Loctite on it. Try to put some blue Loctite on this one. You just remove these two screws, those are one behind it. This pulls down, and then this reveals this screw, which put some Loctite on that as well, or just tighten it some more. But other than that, once I did that, I had zero issues with it. Bolts are nice and tight, and I mean, it's just a really accurate gun. There's been reviews on it, people testing it on crony benches. It's putting out between 11 to 1200 feet per second, which that's what they advertise, so it's pretty accurate on that part. As far as pellets go, I've been using the Crossman, just the stuff you find at Walmart, because it's cheap, and you can buy it every time I get paid. I just grab a couple cans. I did find that the ones it really shoots a lot straighter with would be with the Crossman pellets, the hollow points, and the regular pointed pellets. I do have some destroyers that I use sometimes, but for some reason those seem to kind of float around sometimes. You'll have a couple accurate shots, and then I don't know, where you'll just see one fly over. I don't know if that's just my doing. Could be just from the gun recoiling. I mean, it's not a heavy recoil, but there is a little bit of a kickback. I mean, considering, of course, it's a 1200 feet per second gun, so the piston, I imagine, or the spring inside must be pretty heavy duty for it to be able to put out that kind of velocity. But yeah, I mean, it's just a great gun for $100, and you can't see how you could go wrong. Like I said, the scope that came with it, nothing wrong with it. A lot of people have already been reviewing it with the scope on that it came with on it, and so far nobody's had much complaint about it. Like I said, I have it on my other gun, and it's working great. So this is just because I wanted a better scope. So this scope by itself is just pretty awesome for the money. $80, I mean, you can't really go wrong. I would have liked to buy a Nikon or Bushnell or something better, but I really couldn't justify spending $200 or around that range for a $100 gun, so this will do the trick. It's been holding up. So I'm gonna try to do a little video of some shots with it, see if I can get some tight groupings with it, and we'll just go from there. Alright, so I just shot some pellets right now. This target over here, using the Crossman pointed pellets, the ones you could buy at Walmart. Nothing too fancy, just standard stuff you could buy at Walmart. It's like $2 a can or $3 a can. Didn't have a steady bench rest for it, so I basically was using like a lawn chair outside and trying to hold it as steady as possible so I can try to get some groupings together and show you guys the accuracy of this gun. So it's not the best of the best right now, just because I didn't have a proper bench rest, but I did the best I could with what I had. So, but this is basically what I got out of it. First 3 shots I took, basically quarter sized as far as MOA, and this is the second grouping I took. It's a little bit high on it, so probably have to dial the scope in a little bit more. But obviously one of them was on the bullseye. This one right here on the right, that one was my doing. I kind of jerked the gun a little bit, so I probably could have gotten a better accuracy out of that one, but it's kind of hard to keep it steady when you're all you got is like just a basic launcher outside. But still though, I would say it's not too bad. Not too bad groupings for a $99 gun. Obviously using these pellets, the hollow points, like I said, are also good and accurate too. Those destroyer pellets, the ones that are kind of like hollow point, semi-hollow point, semi-pointed pellets, those are the only ones I really don't have the best luck with accuracy. Not too sure if it's my fault or if it's just the pellet itself. Maybe the design of it is probably just not as stable in the wind. But this was out probably about 50 yards. So, obviously with more range, the 1.177 pellet probably wouldn't have the best stability. But that being said, I didn't have the most stable bench rest, so this is the best I could do. And for me, that's good enough, especially if I'm trying to take out some small game or just target practicing, shooting some cans maybe or whatever out there. But yeah, it's not too bad. And that's using this scope right here. The 4x32, when I first had it, I was pretty much getting the same groupings. Only thing is that this scope zooms in a lot more, so the other one, obviously it's a fixed scope, just 4x32, so it's a little bit tougher, but I think that's kind of part of the fun of the challenge. If you can master that scope, I mean, you should be pretty good with anything else. So yeah, just showing you guys the accuracy of the gun. Just doing a quick review. I would say 4 out of 5 stars. I say 4 just because it didn't come with fixed iron sights on it, or just fixed sights in general. So you basically need the scope in order to use this gun, unless you're just some kind of deadeye. But yeah, I mean, you can just use the scope that it came with, or go out to Walmart, $80, get yourself a way better scope than the one that came with, obviously. And this is what you can get out of it. So hopefully you guys like my review, and try to do some more reviews on some other stuff I have. I have a AR-15 build that I want to review over too, so I'll try to make a video of that. Just bought the upper for it, built the lower myself, Bear Creek Arsenal, so I'll try to do a video on that one in the near future. Alright, see you guys later.